This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Our goal with our videos is to empower you to be able to do the repairs on your own and save a whole lot of money and also get that great feeling of having fixed it by yourself. Today we have an electric stove that isn't doing a very good job baking anymore. It doesn't heat up as well as it used to, and currently doesn't heat up at all. So we're going to take off this oven door by removing these latches and then pulling the oven out at the base, the oven door, and then we'll put it off to the side and pull out this rack. Get that out of the way. And now we're going to remove the 2 1/4-inch screws behind the element. Just prior to that, we'll go ahead and come behind it, either turn off the breaker, or in this case, we're just going to pull out the oven and then pull the 220 power cord out from the wall. And take out the 2 1/4-inch screws holding in the old element. I think the old element's probably just failed over time. No longer can carry the current through it. So we're going to pull it out. And looks like one of the wires may be kind of too short or kind of stuck on the right side. The left wire did come out with the element, and I'll be able to remove the spade connector easily. But the right one didn't come out. It's still caught behind the firewall. So that necessitates getting behind the oven and removing a little metal panel so I can get access to the wire. It's pretty easy to do. We can see the orange wires connected to the left. So we're behind it. We're going to remove some 1/4-inch screws so we can get to that wire. And now we're going to pull out the old element. I took off the orange connector. I'm testing the old one. I'm testing the new one first. I'm putting my continuity tester. I get a nice beep. We get a reading of ohms or has good resistance, but on the old one I get no reading at all, no beep and no signal of any kind of resistance. So that means it has a break interior and it will never heat up. So that one's just kaput. So we'll get rid of the old one. There's the burn mark. That's where I think the connection's broken inside. Probably got too hot. So the new one here, we're going to put it in position. We're going to put the spade connectors on. We just got to make sure we slip them on and they lock into place and make sure they're fully on. I went behind the oven and pushed the yellow one in, the one that had fallen off. So I have to put it onto the element. I'm going to push the element back in the firewall. Here's the 2 wires where they come out through the firewall. And I'm just pushing the heat proofing back in. I'm going to put this panel back in position, bend these tabs, add these 1/4-inch screws back in. Sped up the camera a little bit just to get through this part faster. And that's the panel where you can get access to those wires. Usually though, in most ovens, you can just pull the element out from the front. You don't have to get behind it. Put the power cord back in. And we're going to slide the oven back into position. These slide outs are great. They just slide in and out really easily. I'll go ahead and it's already in position, but I'll put those 2 1/4-inch screws in to lock it in, to hold it. And we tested this after installation. It glowed nice and red again, so just needed a new element. Sometimes when these things don't fire up, it isn't the element, but it's the relays in this clock up above here. You have to replace the controller or clock. But this time it was the element, which is probably more common. So we got the rack back in. We're going to put the door back on. We're going to push in these little forks here at the bottom. Push them all the way in. Take your time here, and then you let it set down to 90 degrees, and then push the latches shut. And if it doesn't catch the first time, try it a few more times until it comes up easily. going to set it to 350 degrees, set it to bake, and we got a nice cherry red glow out of that element, so it's back working great. Get another maybe 10 years out of it. So thanks so much for watching.
And also
I hope this
get that
helps
great
you with
feeling
your
of having fixed
electric
it
oven
by
too,
yourself.
So you get baking. And please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance so we can send you a lot more repair videos. Thanks again.